I went on a second date last night with a man who spent about $500 on the date, but I woke up this morning thinking only about all the red flags that I saw throughout the course of the night. Here is what they are. The first one was the fact that when I told him that my middle name is my grandmother's first name and that perhaps when the inevitable time comes that she passes, I intended to get her name tattooed on top of my heart. He explained to me that there was no sense putting bumper stickers on a Bentley. When I asked him what he meant by this, it took a while, but he finally revealed that he thinks that women having tattoos is masculine. The second red flag that I noticed was that he kept talking about people with substance abuse issues. I have a brother that passed away in 2020 from an opioid overdose, so I don't really do well with those kinds of jokes. That's not information that he knows because we're not really there yet. But the fact that he kept discussing crackheads and what they do in the downtown core of Toronto was a huge red flag for me. And lastly, he kept talking about my perfect complexion. When I asked him to unpack this, he said, "I guess I'm a little bit racist," and then went on to say that he just wasn't that into dark-skinned women. Now, given that this is only our second date, I'm not looking for much. As a matter of fact, I'm not looking for anything. But I do go into every single date with a very clear understanding of what works for me and what doesn't. And so long as you have that as a reference point in the back of your head somewhere, they will reveal themselves to you every single time. All you have to do is listen. So despite the fact that it began as a very wonderful date and he came and he brought me a dozen roses and $500 is a lot to spend on a second date, the only thing I'm really left with is the impression that he is a little pretentious, a little elitist, and a bit racist. He's